So just back up this morning in Wild Ireland up in Donegal. We're fitting the glass this morning on the otter enclosure, and we're just waiting on the guys arriving with the 3 large panes of glass and like a high ab or small crane just to lift the pieces of glass in. We get them all siliconed up and blocked in until the silicone sets on it. So I just thought I'd take a walk up and round through the park itself. I've got a bit of work to do in another pond here. Has a drum filter on it at the minute. We didn't supply it, but it just keeps cutting in and out, and need to get something done with it so it works properly. So just going to have a walk through here and have a look at the different exhibits and stuff there is here. They've got wolves, bears, all the foxes and wild boar, lynx, cat and stuff like that. It's all sort of animals that would have been at some stage in a distant past would have been in. So this is the other pond we've got to look at once we get the otter thing finished. It's a big waterfall. There is some carp, just normal wild carp in the pond, nothing fancy. But there's a drum filter on this, and it just keeps constantly cleaning and locking and then shutting down because it's over cleaned and stuff like that. I'm going to see if I can maybe climb up in here and have a look at it. But we're going to change it out for some sort of a manual filter, something that's going to be a bit easier. Obviously it'll involve a bit more work for maintenance and stuff like that, but it will just, at least it will run all the time for them. Just need to be careful here. I know there's a lot of electric fences in here. If I'm climbing over something, I don't want to get zapped. Yeah, I'll just set this down. Yeah, so that's the drum filter there and the controller for it and stuff in the back. It was constantly running low, the pond, because it was going in the overclean. So we put an automatic top up on the inlet pipe, hoping that would solve the problem. But it's at least once every 2 weeks it just shuts down and stops working. It has to be reset, cleaned out and then restarted and stuff, which is not really ideal for an automatic filter. Yeah, so going by the heights that we have in here, we'll maybe look to put a sieve and a bead on it or something like that, which will be a bit more maintenance for them, but it's not going to be a massive amount. It is quite impressive in here in the summer, but this time of the year it's cold, wet and miserable. So it is, but yeah, very nice feature. Right, so that's the glass has arrived here. There'll be a few nervous looking faces about. Yeah, so I've managed to get all the glass unloaded here. The guys have it sitting ready to get loaded up onto the big suckers, the hydraulic ones. The rain's thankfully stopped, so we've got everything dried off. And we'll try and get this in now the next hour or so before there's another pile of rain due to come in the next hour and a half, 2 hours, checking on the weather forecast there. It'll be nice to get this finished before it comes through again. I'll just flick this around, you'll see the pool itself. Yeah, so it's quite big this. There's only 2 bottom drains and 2 skimmers on it, but the biological filtration is not really needed for it, as it's only for the otters. And as us koi keepers will know, otters don't eat their food in the water. They'll drag it out to the side of the water and eat it on the dry land or whatever, so there's not really going to be a big pile of waste in the water. It's just purely for mechanical, really. We can just see in the, where are we? Let's just pan this round. Just there, that green building's where the filtration is going to be going. All the pipework goes back to there. I'm thinking we're going to put 2 Evolution Aqua sieves and a couple of bead filters on it. It'll come up here. This is all going to be landscaped up behind the pond, and we'll probably put a big like waterfall type thing in here, and it'll just return back into the pool here. Yeah, it's going to be quite smart now when this is all finished. Just need to worry about getting this glass in. Yeah, so 2 meters by 2 meters, and it's like a low iron glass. There's, you just spin this round, you'll see it. Like, yeah, 4 sheets laminated together. I think it's 410 mils. Yeah, it'll definitely not go anywhere once it's in.
Grab it out the medium. Grab the expense.
I have more power here.
Strong winds aren't helping here.
I just do upside.
He put the 6 factories up there. One on, one out. I think that's the tight put you might get it on. I think we're going to be tight to your sides.
Where I'm getting wrong.
Take the way down, but he's out low. If he stays out there where he is, then we'll get the bottom on. Do you want us to watch suppers outside?
No, I'm only with them.
Come a wee bit, John. Okay, hold there.
Adam.
You try and get that down a bit, maybe.
These boys got to be tripods, like.
Yeah, you're on that one there, Smile.
Anything happen here, the cameraman's fucked.
used to, but people think that's
Right, 2 short bits of 3v2 for flat. Hey, a piece about that length. What here? Huh? Piece about 1.2 long, and then 2 pieces 6 inches long. Should be one on there. Hey, the short length here will do all.
That's just a good give
That full length there will do that.
Oh,
Hey, room there, boys.
well, that's all the glass in. A bit nerve-wracking that. Just walking around the top of this pond here. I'll flick this around, you can see that. Yeah, that's all 3 panels in. I think we probably used well over 100 tubes of mastic just to get it sealed in. We still got to do around the tops of the windows and stuff like that. We'll leave these braces in for a day or two. Although the way it went in, I don't think there's any chance that they're going to fall back out again, but just make sure that there's no chance it'll move. Yeah, really nice. This bit down at the bottom here is going to be all closed in. Just where I'm standing now will be like a large building where you come in. Just like, you can see this bridge going across here. That'll take you into the rest of the wildlife park. And I'll just come back through here and around, and that'll be the view then of the enclosure where the otters will be swimming about. This back wall here, all along here, right the way along, they're going to be building like it's like rocks and stones and stuff like to make it more like a natural backdrop, and then up above the top here will all be a waterfall. So yeah, definitely going to look the part now when it's finished.